guys, welcome. This is our Pilates mat with focus on upper body, and Lucy really wanted to join me today for filming. I tried to start a few minutes ago and she just climbed right onto my lap, so we'll see how this goes. I know she's been taking a nap, so it's a little dangerous when she just gets up. So we'll see. So you go ahead and grab a set of weights. I'm not using very heavy weights, so probably 3-pound weights, maybe up to as heavy as 5. And then I'm going to suggest also grabbing a towel. If you have a Pilates ball, that's fine, but a rolled up towel works really well too. So just take a beach towel, roll it up, it's for behind your back, and then clear a space, so either a mat or a soft space like the carpet, and let's go ahead and get started. So make sure your weights are very close by that you can grab them easily. We'll bring our feet to the end of our mat, and we're going to just start with warming up through the spine. Inhale, sit nice and tall, and then exhale, roll halfway. Inhale, lift, and roll halfway. Now, if you happen to have a cat or a dog, this presents some additional resistance, which is really nice. Exhale, round, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, round, and then inhale, lift. So we're just warming through the spine. As you exhale, tip the pelvis to the ribs. If this is uncomfortable for your back, this is where you can take that towel behind your back or double up your mat. We're just starting to warm up. Here's 3. Exhale, last 2. And one more time. And then we're going to roll all the way down. Make sure you have a little bit of room. Separate your feet hip distance. Take an inhale. And you're going to exhale, roll yourself up into bridge. Inhale. And then exhale, roll yourself back down. So as you're starting to warm your spine, push your feet into the floor. And start to really massage your back in both directions. Inhale first. As you exhale, power into the hands and into the feet. Take that inhale at your top. And as you exhale, start to carefully roll down. So we're still warming up. Start to soften your shoulders as you exhale. Engage the core. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, start to roll down. One last time. Start to roll up, arch your back. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, roll yourself down. Excellent. Let's take our arms out nice and wide. Turn your palms up. Separate your feet maybe mat width or shoulder width. Knock your knees together and start with a few knee sways. So again, just getting our back warm and ready to go. So we will be cueing our Pilates breath throughout today. And we're just going to be incorporating a little bit more upper body focus while still getting our classic Pilates that we love. Let's do that one more time, each side. And then we're going to start with that abdominal prep. So we're going to bring our feet about hip distance. Bring your arms just by your sides. Nod your chin as you exhale. Curl up just till the shoulder blades are off the floor. And come down. Inhale, nod your chin to lengthen. Exhale, curl up. Look just above your knees. Inhale. And then exhale to come down. Inhale, gently nod your chin. Exhale, curl up, squeezing the abdominals. And coming down. Now as you're doing this, think about keeping a gentle arch under your low back, staying in that neutral spine. Inhale to lengthen the neck, and then exhale to slide your ribcage towards your hips. Inhale, stay. Exhale down, nod your chin, lengthen your neck. Exhale just till the shoulder blades are off the floor, and then come down. Let's do 2 more. Just still warming through the low back and also heating up through the core. Last time, inhale, nod your chin. This next time we hold up, let's take one leg up to tabletop and the other, squeeze them together, soften your shoulders. Option is straighten the legs. Let's go into our 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe wide, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tighten, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach fingers, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight wrists, 2, 3, 4, 5. Warm breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wide breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cinch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay curled up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach fingers, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flat wrists, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tighten, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now hold here, maybe curl up a little higher. Soften your shoulders, widen your chest, straighten out the legs, maybe get the legs a little lower. Take one more inhale. Exhale, roll your knees in, and come on down. Let's separate your feet a little wider for sumo bridge. Go ahead and grab your weights. Just take them right in that crease of your hip. You'll inhale. Exhale, lift, and inhale down. Exhale, lift, and inhale down. Now, as you're lifting again, you're just resting your weights right on that crease of your hip. Good. Start to feel that seat firing up. Now, our sumo bridge. Our feet are a little bit wider than our hips, so maybe shoulder width, maybe just wider than that. Your turnout is 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the hands of a clock, just like you do this in squat. Exhale, lift. Keep that turnout. Turn on your gluteals. Last few here. Good. 2 more times, so just 2 breaths. Exhale to lift. Inhale to come down 1 more time. And then you'll hold at the top. Now as you hold at the top, little pulses. Now you're still knitting the front of the ribs together, dropping the front of the ribs. Abdominals are tight. Every exhale, pull that navel center in. Think of narrowing the ribs, narrowing the hips, and it's just a reconfirmation. Again, keep that turnout, outer part of the hips working, and also base of the seat working. Reconfirm that base of your seat. You go for 8. Here's 7. Drop your chin gently. 6. Here's 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last time. Now reach your arms up, palms facing each other. Settle your shoulders down. Let's take it down for 2. Take it, inhale, 2, and up, nice and slowly. Take it out for 2, so your tailbone will drop. You are in neutral spine. So at the bottom of the movement, you're still having that natural curve of your back. Still keep your feet wider than hips, wider than shoulders. Turn out 10 and 2, 11 and 1 into that beautiful sumo bridge. Take it, inhale on that down, and exhale, bring your arms together. Your elbows are soft, your wrists are straight. Keep that chin gently tipped. Hold that orange without crushing it. Good. Take it down for 2. Let's go 4 more like this. You'll take it, inhale, and exhale. Start to wake up the chest, waking up your shoulders. Good. Last 2. And of course, those glutes should already be pretty awake. Good. Hold at the top and little pulses. Pulse here. Keep your weights right over the center of the chest line. Those shoulders down. Go 8. Go 7. Reach your knees away from your hips. Close your rib cage. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. Now take this side to side. Go left and right. Squeeze the left cheek and then the right cheek. Now turn your palms to face away and cross. Cross. So cross one over the other. Good. Now as you're doing that, again, you're going side to side. Use your breath. Purse your lips. Feel that resistance against the roof of the mouth. Keep this going. Go side to side. Keep those arms reaching. Knuckles reaching. You go 8. Go 7. Go 6. Go 5. Go 4. Last 3. Last 2. Now hold those hips up. Turn your palms to face inward. Take it down and up. Skull crusher. So your elbows are right in front of the shoulders. A lot of times those elbows like to shift back in space. In order to keep this out of the upper trapezius, keep that nice long neck. Keep your elbows slightly in front of shoulders. Wrists are nice and straight. Think about keeping this shoulder width with your arms, and you are isometric with the seat. You are squeezing that crease between the glutes and hamstrings. Keep that turn out. You should feel a little bit of burn. Every exhale as you come up with the arms. Think of narrowing, knitting through the ribs. Good. Take it, inhale, and exhale. You have 4. Good. Last 3. Nearly there. Last 2. And last time. Now hold there. Turn your palms away like you did before. Now this time take your arms about a little wider than your shoulder width and come on down about the hip height. Lift and lift. So you're going to feel those front deltoids turning on. Reach your knuckles. Keep your hips up. Don't forget about those. Go for it. You have 8. You have 7. Back of the ribcage down. Keep going. You have 4. You have 3. Last 2. And last time. Bring those weights down. Bring your hips down. Hug your knees in. And rock and roll yourself up. All right, go ahead and grab your towel or your Pilates ball if you happen to have that. Sit up right against that. Inhale, and then you're going to exhale, tilt the pelvis. So it's kind of like where we started. So now we feel the lower couple of vertebrae press into that towel. So you're kind of wedging it against that sacrum. That's right. Now, if you want to stay holding on the whole time, that is absolutely fine. Hook your hands here. We're going to do a few without the weights, and then we'll get the weights back in there. I know that's what you're worried about. You want more weight work. I know. Last 2. And last time, release your arms and start to curl. Take it up an inch, down an inch, take it up. So you're keeping the tilt to the pelvis, that pelvis to the ribs, that lumbar flexion. Sometimes called a C curve, right? That scoop position we love in Pilates. Now use your feet pressing into your whole foot, or maybe just your heels to really help tilt the pelvis. Now, if you want to stay holding on, that is fine. You hook your hands here. Otherwise, reach your arms. It's lift and lower, chin up. You have 4 and down. Last 3. Zip your inner thighs. Last 2. Good. And last time, hold it here. Take it to the left. Take it out for 2. It's in, retilt. It's out for 2. Come in, retilt, hold. You exhale. Coming in and retilt. It's out for 2 and in. 4 more times. Head up. Try to lay your ears back in line with the shoulders, breathing that jawline back and tilt. Good. It's back for 2. Your other arm is reaching or could be holding on. So as you take it out, maybe the fingertips just gently tap the carpet. 1 more. Take it out for 2 and in. Now hold that tilt and just curl. So again, you can either reach your fingers out over your knees as you zip your inner thighs. If you want to hold back on, that's fine. Pull those abdominals in. Feel that navel center pulling to the spine. These 2 places knitting together. Feel that roundness in the back. If you want more tension, take your hands behind your head. Remember, splay the fingers wide. Just rest your head back. Lift and lift. Lift, hold. Lift, hold. You got this. You have 4. Exhale, 3. Last 2. Now right, let's go. Take it out for 2. It's in, retilt, hold. Take it slow, like you're moving through water, like you're moving through mud. Now, as you're going out to the side, keep your left and your right inner thigh sealed against each other. Beautiful. Take it, exhale, on that out. Inhale, retilt, we do it again. Take it out for 2. Now keep your shoulders away from your ears. Beautiful. Take that out for 2 and in. Just 2 to finish. Take this out for 2 and in. 1 more time. Finish up. Take it out for 2 and in. Retilt and hold. You have 4. This is called reset. 3. We're picking up the weights in 2. Now hold. Now as you're holding, just hook your hands behind your hamstrings. Know you can return here. Otherwise, you're going to grab the weights and you're going to curl and come out. Now, your elbows are below the shoulders, maybe just an inch below. Now, as you're here, again, absorb the lower part of your back into your towel, or if you have the Pilates ball, into the Pilates ball. So it's that L4, L5, just above that sacrum, pulling down into that towel, front of the pelvis, pulling to the ribs. Every time you curl with your arms, you're making a muscle with the biceps, but you're also recommitting to those abdominals. You curl. Come out. 4 more. Now if this bugs your shoulders, you can always turn your palms into the hammer curls. Good. 2 more times. Curl and in. Now hold on the in and little curls. Take it up. Keep your elbows below your shoulders. For this one, definitely turn the palms in. Wrists are straight. Good. Lift and lift again. Layering contraction on contraction. You're already rounding that low back. Now take that bottom of the ribcage up and over, layering that thoracic flexion on top of that lumbar flexion. Go 4, go 3, go 2. Now hold on the back and little shuffles. Shuffle here. Good. Again, working those front deltoids. I want those shoulders slid down. Breathe your head back. Hold that orange. Don't crush it. Almost there. Go 8. Very strong. Press your feet down or at least your heels. 4. Here's 3. Last 2. Now hold. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward. Set your weights down. Take a little spine stretch. You can separate your feet about hip distance. Take that inhale. Exhale. Roll yourself up. Good. Take your fingertips facing forward. Bend your knees and bend and straighten. Now this is your tricep dip. This is your first option. You can stay here. Bend and straighten, or you can lift your hips, tuck under slightly. You got it. Now again, wherever you are, hips down or up, I want you to feel your fingers facing forward. You'll inhale and exhale. Good. You have 4. We're going to hold at the top. 3. Really burning out the back of the arms. Last 2. Excellent job. And last time. Now straighten out your legs. Maybe. Now if you're in that full plank, long line, forehead to toes. If you don't want to be there, bend your knees and come into that tabletop. Good. Your feet are hip distance here. Hold 1 more inhale and then side out. Excellent. Come on down. Good. We're going to do some roll downs. We're going to start with those half roll backs first. Bend your knees halfway back. Now again, if you want that towel back there, guess what? You get to have it back there, just like when we were doing that scoop. So here, you can either keep your feet hip distance. This is where we sometimes use that small ball. Or you can zip your inner thighs. You can either dig your heels in, pull your toes up, or you can push your entire foot down. Exhale on the back and dive. Now again, yes, you have a slight tip of your chin because you want to keep your head in line with the spine, but you are thinking, hold an orange, don't crush it. You don't want to overdo that neck flexion. Most of the flexion here coming from your low back is where we get that flexibility of the spine, those deep core connections. 2 more. Very nice. 1 more time. And now this time we're going to roll all the way down. Inhale to start. Exhale, go overhead. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll. Good. I guess we were not that exciting for Miss Lucy. She's done watching us and moving right along to her next activity. Good. Inhale, start to roll down. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, start to come down. And then exhale all the way. Now remember, all the way down is a relative term. If you want to stay with those half rollbacks, you could do 3/4 rollbacks, 5/8 rollbacks, whatever fraction you like. Good, last 2. And 1 more time. Start to roll down. And then roll yourself up. Now take your weights with you, and you're going to come down, bring your knees to tabletop. So tabletop is where your knees are right over your hips. You're going to slightly tilt your pelvis to the ribs, so you're imprinting the spine. Close the front of your ribs and pick up your weights. Palms facing in, you're going to reach one leg out and then the other. Now for right now, you're just holding those weights right above the chest. Now you can go back to flies if you want. Otherwise, turn your palms to face away, and you're going to come down and press. So it's a chest press. You still want to stop your knees out over your hips. Now, the further you stop your knees away from your upper body, the harder the work. You want to still feel your sacrum, the base of the spine, down, and of course the back of the ribs down. So this is our flat back abdominal work. Now that doesn't mean your low back is jammed all the way down. It might be flattened all the way down, or just tugging in that direction. Inhale and exhale. If this is too much to think about with the legs, you can just come back to hold the legs at 90 degrees. Inhale and exhale. We have 4 more. Almost there. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more time. Now come back to center. Turn the palms to face inward. Lower your arms down. Now straighten out the legs and then bend your elbows, bend your knees, straighten them out, and then bend. Now you can have the back of the arms into the carpet. Good. Press and in. This is really good to slide those shoulders down. Of course, we should be feeling that core work. If you're feeling your low back peel off the floor, you can always make the feet a little higher. They don't have to go super low. Good. Last 2. And now hold there. Hover those hands off the floor. Reach your knuckles. Hold for 3, 2. Hug your knees in. Bring your feet down. Lift your hips. Come onto the ball. 1 foot. Ball the other foot and little tips up. Lift and lift all the way through. Tip it out. Get that release of your hip flexors. You have 4. You have 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Let's bring our knees to tabletop. Nod your chin. Curl yourself up. Single leg stretch. So it's just what you were doing. We're adding that chest press. So now you're curled back up into that abdominal prep. So this becomes more abdominals. You can make stop signs. Stop your knees out over your hips. You can reach your arms or do that traditional Pilates guide. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. Now reclaim the legs and curl. Curl, hold. Now make sure here again, they're about hip distance if they're not already. As you're holding on, let your hands fall back into the hamstrings. Curl, hold for 4, for 3. Last 2. Now hold there. Spread your fingers and you're going to rotate. Go side, side. Nice work. So as you rotate, shoulder is leading towards that opposite knee. Use your breath
to drive the leg away and use your breath to keep that bottom of the rib cage curled up. You have 8, you have 7, go 6, go 5, go 4, 3, 2, and then reclaim the legs. This time you can squeeze them together. Again, line your knees up over your hips, no closer. Keep your sacrum down, feet a little higher than your knees. Draw your shoulders down as you feel your low back come down. Curl, hold. Good for 4, for 3, last 2. Now double leg stretch. You'll reach and circle. You'll reach and circle. Inhale, lift and around. Very good. You'll reach. Come around as the arms go overhead. Feel how that wants to pull you down, but you are working so strong. Keeping the bottom of the rib cage curl up and over. You have 4 and in. Last 3 and in. 2 more. 1 more time. Now straighten the legs about hip distance. Let your hands come right back to the hamstrings. Let your hamstrings fall into the hands. Curl, hold 4, for 3, for 2. Now let's go to scissors. So it's 1, 2, and switch. It's 1, 2, and switch. It's exhale. Exhale, switch. 1, 2, and switch. It's in for 2. Take it in for 2. Good. Now again, as that knee comes towards you, you're staring right at it. You're feeling your lumbar spine, lower 5 vertebrae, pressing down, curling the bottom of the rib cage, up and over. 4 more. Exhale, exhale, 3 more. 2 more. And hug your knees in. Guess what? 1 more beautiful reverse plank. Fingertips always facing forward. That is going to be safest for your rotator cuff. Now again, if you want to bend your knees, go ahead and come up here. So again, we are firing that posterior chain. So yes, it's glutes, it's hamstrings, it's mid-back, triceps, and shoulders. Take 1 more inhale, and then exhale to come down. Round yourself forward, take an inhale. Exhale, roll up, sweep your legs around to the side. Take your hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's go into that cat and into that cow. Let's do it again. Round through your spine and reach 2 more times. So really get that curl on the exhale. Inhale, snake it forward 1 more time. Find those extremes. Beautiful. And then finding the midpoint between those extremes. Abdominals are nice and tight. Take your weight into your left hand. Take your other leg out and you're going to press and in. Now, yes, you're adding a little glute press. You're also adding that reverse fly. So we've already done the flies on the back. Same idea. You have that soft elbow, that straight wrist. Your other hand is under your shoulder. Exhale and inhale. Now as you exhale, pull that navel center in. Think of narrowing the ribs and the hips. Think of the gaze out past the fingertips. You have 4 and press. You have 3. Excellent. Last 2. Now hold at the top and little pulses back. Go 8, flex your foot. 7, reach that leg long. 6, here's 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Come on down and we'll switch sides. So take that other leg long, take the weight in your right hand, shoulder right over your left, and you'll press and in. Now again, you have a soft elbow, you have a straight wrist. You're not death gripping the weight, and that goes for whatever weight you're lifting, whether it's kind of a heavier weight power pump, or you're here a little lighter in bar or Pilates. Now as you exhale, pull that navel center in. Narrow ribs, narrow hips. Keep that shoulder over the wrist that's on the floor. Keep your gaze out ahead of you. And you'll press and in. Very nice. 4 more counts. You have 4 and in. Last 3. Excellent job. Last 2. Now hold at the top and just press. Press here. You have 8. Last 7. Last 6. Excellent. Last 5. 4. Core is so tight. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. Hands right under your shoulders. Spread your fingers, knees under hips. Hover your knees maybe 1 or 2 inches so that you're in your knee hover, your tabletop plank. Your shoulders and hips are about the same height. You're looking ahead of your fingers. You are locking your navel center in, but yes, you are burning out through those arms, triceps and shoulders. Hold here, take a nice inhale. Exhale, set it down, uncurl your toes. Come on down into that extension, stretch your arms are long, your forehead collapses. And then let's walk it down. As you walk it down, now you're in your forearm plank. We always know any planks we can do on the knees, or we can tuck into the balls of the feet, lifting the back of the thighs. Now, if and only if you're on the balls of the feet, you have the option here to saw, to shift your weight forward and back, to stare right at your thumbnails, spreading your fingers wide and suction cupping your hands down. Think of narrowing, knitting through the ribs, like you could cinch the front of the rib cage together, like you could bring the hip points closer. And as you lock that navel center in and up, breathe that head up in line with the spine. And you have 4 and a freeze. Last 3. Last 2. And now hold here. Lift the back of the thighs up to the ceiling, or if you're on your knees, stay right here, reaching your chest opposition to the knees. One more inhale. And then exhale, come all the way down. So as you're all the way down, your feet are about hip distance. Reach your arms out in the front, re-tip your hips, take an inhale. Exhale, pull your elbows towards you and feel how your mid-back is really activating. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Now from here, palms in or palms down. Good, re-tip your hips, hover your arms. And now you're going to reach and pull. So kind of the same idea of what we were doing with that reverse spline kneeling. So now you're pulling both shoulder blades together. Bottom of the rib cage is down. Powerfully press into the fronts of the feet so firmly the knees hover. Now keep your hip bones, pubic bone pulled down. You're firing the seat. Fronts of the feet are helping push down. You have 4. Exhale, you have 3. Keep that chin gently tipped. 2. Now reach your arms beside you and lift. Now you can lift your arms again, feeling the long head of the tricep, and of course, yes, you can lift your legs, finding extension in your back and your gluteals. Press. 4 more. You have 4. Last 3. Last 2. Now hold there. Inhale. And then exhale. Press yourself back. Round your spine. Inhale. Snake forward. And exhale. Round. Do it again. Inhale. Snake. And exhale. Round. One more time. Excellent. Now find that midpoint. And again, you'll get to pick up your weight. Take it back into that left hand. Now, take your right leg and either have the front of the foot or the ball of the foot down. Now, we're going into that long head of the tricep. We do this a lot in bar, so prioritizing as we're lifting here, that length rather than that height. Square your shoulders, your hips down, your gaze, just past your fingertips, long line, head to tailbone. Now you always have the option, remember, of keeping this front of the foot, this ball of the foot down. Keep going. You have 4, you have 3, you have 2, or you can start to lift this time. Point your toe. As you're pointing your toe, reaching length from crown of the head to toes. Keep your abdominals tight. Keep your arm nice and straight. 8 pulses. Now again, it's a pulse. It's not a bounce, so you're really in control. Up and hold. Go 4. Go 3. Last 2. Now flex your foot, bend in and press, working into that tricep. You still want to keep your elbow nice and close, so just like we did on those skull crushers, gaze ahead of you. Pull that navel center in, both sides of the hips, the ribs, the shoulders down, other hand right under the shoulder. Head is right in line with the spine. You have 4 and press. You have 3 and press. Last 2. Now keep that leg long, set the weight down and reach 8. 7, contralateral back body work. Thumb is up, palm is in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, round back, and reach. Just 2 more times, and we do the other side. Very nice. 1 more time. All right, find your midpoint, hands under shoulders to start. Take your weight in your right hand. Take your left leg and either the ball of the foot or the front of the foot down, and then start to lift that right arm. And again, you can always keep this foot down, right? I'm gonna always start with it because that helps me kind of square those hips. So if you're there, it's either the ball of the foot or the front of the foot, palm spacing and gaze ahead. When you're ready, you can pop that leg off the floor. Point your toe. If that doesn't work, bring it down. Lift and lift. Spread your other 5 fingers. Now again, you are focusing on the length of the arm, not the height. Reach your knuckles back. 8 times here. You have 8. You have 7. Every exhale, pull that navel center in. Very good. 4. Here's 3. Last 2. Now flex your foot, take it in and press. So now we have that long head of the tricep. You're also getting a little bit of that ham curl. And of course that core is tight the whole time. So it's inhale and exhale. Good. Keeping those shoulders drawn down. Head in line with the spine. We finish up. 4 more times here. You have 4 and press. You have 3 and press. Last 2. Now keep that long. Now reach your arm and just that contralateral back body work. Reaching arm in opposition to heel. You have 4. You have 3, 2, and bring it down. Let's get a wrist break as we come back into that forearm plank. Looks familiar. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Your forearms make the number 11. Spread your fingers. Now if you're on your knees, you can tip your feet to your seat. Otherwise, tuck into the balls of the feet. Now option for saw. Now, only an option for saw if you're on the balls of the feet, in which case you'll shift towards your toes, then towards your heels. Now, if you're on your knees, I do not want you shifting forward and back. On your kneecaps, remember. Almost there. 4 more. You have 4. You have 3. We're finishing up after this. Last 2. And now hold. Power all 10 fingers into the floor. Push the forearms down. Breathe your head up in line with the spine. Core is so tight. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Knit and tighten. 1 more. And then set your knees down. Arms in front. Thumbs up. Palms in. Again, contralateral back body work. Point your toes. Reach your fingers. Squeeze your hip bones. Pubic bone down. And try to lift a little space away from the floor. Lifting the navel center up and from the carpet. You have 4. You have 3, 2, and 1. Press back into that shell stretch. We're going to finish with a short little side sequence. So we're going to come onto the side. You'll just need to make sure you have one weight still close by. You can either be up on your elbow here, or you can be all the way down. Now, go ahead and grab your weight. We're going into clamshell with a little bit of rotator cuff. Now, we don't think about the rotator cuff very much unless, of course, we're tennis players, sometimes swimmers, golfers. So you don't even need very much weight at all. You're working against gravity. I want you to keep your elbow tucked in. Keep your hips rolled forward. Very nice. We don't need a lot of these. You have 4. Last 3. Last 2. Weight comes down. We go to clamshell kick. Take it up. Kick. Good. That's it. So it's lift and lower. So you can take your hand to your hip. So you're kind of kicking up only as high as those hips can stay stacked. So it's not a straight up in the air. It's probably more of like a 45-degree angle. Good. Let's do a few more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Last 2. And 1 more time. And then straighten out that leg and pulse it here. Remember, you can come all the way down for this whole sequence. Bring your ear to your arm, or you can stay up. If you're up, your shoulder's right over the wrist. Good, just pulse here. Feeling the side of your seat. We gotta finish on the other side. Get ready, 8 more counts. Go 8. Here's 7, exhale 6. Last 5, last 4, 3, 2. Swivel around to side 2. And then again, let's bend the knees. Line your feet with your sitting bones and just rotate, and you can add that clamshell. Now this could always be done without that clamshell as well. Your wrist is a natural extension of your forearms, and that goes for everything we're doing with weights, right? We don't want to death grip the weight, and we want to think about keeping that alignment. Keeping your shoulder right over the elbow crease, or choosing to come all the way down. You lift and lower. So finishing up this workout strong. Again, just incorporating some weights into our regular Pilates work. Just 4 more. We don't need a lot of these. Then we set that weight down. Finished up 2 more. 1 more time. Set it down. Clamshell kick. Lift. Kick. In and down. Now I like to take that hand to the hip, and that reminds me to keep both hips stacked. So you're getting rotation. You're not rolling backwards. Exhale. And inhale. Very good. Exhale and inhale. 4 to go. So you're reaching probably to the front corner of your room. Good. 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Good. Now hold it out there and pulse. Now again, you can stay right here. Keep those hips stacked. Turn your top hip down. Reach your toes and little lift. It's about the height of your hip, or you can bring it all the way down. If you're all the way down, that ear is on the arm. You can have your fingers in front. Take it up and lift. Very nice. Nearly there. Go 8. Go 7, go 6, last 5 here. Go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a couple of rolls here. And roll the other direction. Hang on to your left. Let your right leg go long. Rotate your ankle. And the other way. And then draw that leg across. Maybe look away as your opposite shoulder blade stays down. And then come back onto your back. Hug that right leg in. You can rotate the ankle a couple of times. And then do the other way. And then gently take it across as you open through your chest. Feel your shoulder blade staying down. And then come back onto the back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let your elbows press against the inner thighs. Soften through your shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Hug your knees in, rock and roll yourself up. Round forward into your forward fold. Again, you can shift side to side, front to back to find evenness through your sitting pose. And then roll yourself up, sweep your legs around to the side. Bring your hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and start to curl cat and cow. Just 2 more times. 1 more time. And then walk your hands back towards your knees. Come onto the balls of the feet. And then roll yourself up to tall. Take your arms behind you. Take a beautiful chest expansion. 1 more inhale. And exhale, let it go. Thanks for joining Lucy and me here for your Pilates with upper body. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and please take care.